All right. So we're moving on to Insomniacs After School, episode 10. I think the way you're supposed to say this is Spica, a Virgo, right?
Your guess is as good as mine, big bro.
I'd guess Spica.
Spica? I don't know. Bass was in the astronomy club, he said. So
I don't know anything about the Spica or Virgo, dog. I wasn't studying the stars like that.
Okay, well, it's time for MCs to head to the countryside to try and snap some pictures for the Starry Night contest. They're being joined by a guest though that has a lot of interest in their relationship, and who is none other than Big Sis Magari. You know, so I think we open up the episode with I think Kurashiki and Nakami visit Magari's house, right? And they're trying to, I guess, fill out all the forms and such for the trip. And it's their first time Nakami meets Big Sis Magari. What y'all think about that scene?
I thought that scene was funny.
Yeah, he was shook as fuck.
I thought that scene was funny.
Yeah, it definitely was. I laughed. Especially since, you know, she come down and she was like, "Are you kidding me? Isaki, you have a guest over to the house and you give them tea? You won't even give me tea, bro."
Her big sister is like your stereotypical big sibling, and I found it really funny.
Definitely. I also thought it was funny that she was borrowing all Asaki's clothes.
Yeah, the little shirt pull. It made him so uncomfortable, bro. I guess I would have been too.
She bad, dude.
Hey, you know, when she come down the stairs and Nakami, you know, had that face on him, he just looked at her with his mouth open a little bit in awe. You know, that's how we feel too, bro. About Big Sis Magari.
Yeah, and she just like stared at him, and he didn't know what to do. It took him like maybe 5 seconds to be like, "Hello, my name is Nakami." It's like, bro, pull it together, bro. Get your shit together.
Good old Ganta, baby.
I love that shit. He was just standing there with his mouth open. I'm like, bro, come on, you can do something. Don't be that awkward.
Bro, what's he gonna do? She's like 7 years older than him, man. Like, you got, or actually not that old. She's probably what, like 4 or 5 years older than him?
Yeah, probably 4 or 5. Yeah.
Yeah. I always forget that, like, in Japan, you go to college, like, I think earlier than we did. Like,
yeah,
I think college
they go at like 17.
Yeah. But I'm trying to think, where do we go next? I guess Ganta's house
goes to Nakami's house, bro.
There we go.
This one's a little bit darker. The first scene is much more laid back. Nakami gets to see a bra for the first time. It doesn't know what to do, but when we go to his house, it's a much more somber tone. His father kind of seems like a bit of a downtrodden man, and he's talking about kind of Nakami's past, and it is pretty sad. Like, he kind of goes into the reason he was like walking on his shoes, and he wouldn't ask for bigger shoes. He actually got in trouble for that for school, for stepping on the back of his shoes. Well, I don't know why the teachers just don't check and see if his shoes fit anymore. Whatever. They're not doing their jobs. Typical.
Typical, yeah.
And then we learned that Nakami's mom actually like just abandoned the family while he was sleeping one night. So we kind of get a little bit of a reason why he has a problem sleeping. I don't even know if he knows that, but that's probably it.
I would say so. I would say it's a big issue with him sleeping, and also a big issue with maybe not asking for shit, because maybe he feels like that's what run his mom off for some reason. I would say.
Yeah, he said before that his dad kind of like overdoes it with like giving him things to kind of like make up for. He feels like he's trying to make up for his mother leaving. He's trying to be like both parents, which I could definitely see that.
Yeah, I was really interested in that scene actually, because it gave us the backstory, because we've been curious about it the entire time. Like, we were like, oh, did his mom get sick and pass away? Like, did this happen? Did she, like, car accident? Who knows?
No, she's just a bum.
It turns out she just left and didn't give an answer and was just gone like that, which is really sad.
Actually criminal.
I
Actually,
wish
fucking
they
criminal.
I wish they would dive into it just a little bit more, and give us a little bit more reason why she left and what was her reasonings behind why she left, instead of leaving it just like a mystery, like, oh, she just abandoned us. Like, I
Nah,
don't really
I'm
care
trying
for
to put
shows
her in
doing that.
jail if I'm big Nakami here. You gonna pay some back child support or something. It's going down. Fuck all this bullshit. You gonna leave me in the middle of the night and leave your son? That's fucked up. That's really fucked up.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was pretty much all that came out of that scene. And then we kind of switched to Nakami working at the arcade, talking to Yui, and she's really impressed with how far along he's come in such a short amount of time. And I thought she gave him some really cool advice. And she's like, don't focus so much on the night stars and just start pressing, the shutter button when you feel a spark in the world. Which is, I think, it's really good advice for a photographer. That's fucking awesome. Just keep your camera on. You never know what you're gonna see. But this kind of translated to him almost taking a picture of Nakami when they're over by, I think it was a river, and she's talking about
Yeah.
the cherry blossoms on the trees, and he gets the spark, and he pulls up the camera, and it makes in his mind makes all the trees blossom, and he's looking at all the leaves falling down. I thought it was a really cool scene. Um, what did you guys think about it?
Well, going back to the arcade though,
Yeah.
I really enjoyed when she got like kind of shy and embarrassed or whatever, and she held up the cat. I
That
laughed
was
my ass
cool.
off at
That was cool.
that.
I did like how she called him his little protege. Basically, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
she's really invested in this kid, which is really great to see. I mean, she gave him a job, everything else, but like she genuinely cares for him, which is really good to see because he doesn't have a lot of people in his life that do. So it's been really cool to see more people come around Ganta and actually be a part of his life and stuff like that.
Yeah, he definitely needed it. He didn't have many friends or people to rely on, and you need that in life. It takes a village to raise a child.
And going back to the cherry blossom scene, I thought that was really cute. I don't really know why he didn't take a picture because I mean, might as well, bro. Even though it's not like in your head, might as well take that picture, bro. She's still looking cute over there, for you.
Yeah, I do think that he kind of just got lost in that moment and just kind of like realized what was happening. His head was like, "Oh God, I gotta put this down."
Let me chill the fuck out right quick.
I gotta calm down, bro.
Fucking teenage hormones were getting the best of him right there.
But yeah, so they finish up in Kanazawa and they make their way on their journey to this little like bumfuck town that her grandma's got a little house in. And Haya's nice enough to give him a ride there, so they don't even have to take the bus, which is nice. And I think Haya the entire time in the car is just kind of looking in her rearview mirror, like, I see what's going on here. I'm picking up what you two are putting down. And she starts pressing them when they get to their grandmother's house, and it led to some really great scenes in my opinion.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Another thing that we forgot to mention is back when Nakami first met Big Sis Magari. She's basically said that she lies about everything, and she was like, "Oh, by the way, I'm coming on y'all's trip," and Nakami's like, "Is that another lie?" And that shit had me cracking up too.
Yeah, I thought that was funny. He was hoping that shit was a lie.
Yeah, well, what was the name? What did she say her name was? It was like Cloudy McFloat down the river or something like that. I was like,
Something
what the
fucking
fuck?
stupid, bro.
I was like, what the fuck?
And Nakami's just like, "What?"
Haya is pure chaos, and I'm here for it.
But yeah, so go for it.
Okay. So yeah, they get to the grandparents' house, and Haya has some devious plans. She's pretty much just trying to embarrass Magiri this entire time in front of Nakami, and it's like you said, it had a lot of good moments. One of my favorite moments was when they were eating. Nakami made some food, and he says Magiri, and Haya's like, well, there's two Magiris here now, and he like makes him address her in her like more intimate, informal name, saying somebody's first name in Japan is you have to be very, very familiar with them that's what I would say. And he was so embarrassed, and Haya was like, "Oh, I'm loving this shit." Just like typical, older sibling bullshit. I've definitely done this to my sister before. Just like embarrass her in front of her love interest and shit like that. It's fun.
Yeah. I enjoyed it too. So it
Dan, have you done this to your younger siblings before?
That's all I do, dude. What
Yes.
do you mean?
Yes.
I even do it to my older sister.
Oh, perfect.
I do it to everybody. It doesn't even matter if they're fit.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
He said, if you're friends, family, it doesn't matter, bro. I'm gonna try to embarrass you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm the king of the one-liners.
Chirps for days.
He's
I have a lot of chirps.
Bro.
I toned down the chirping a little bit on the podcast. You guys don't see it.
He really does, and he still chirps.
Yeah, I toned it down though.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
But yeah, so after lunch, basically, Ganta is like, okay, I'm gonna go out and explore. I'm gonna find some cool spots to take pictures. And you get a nice little montage of him going around this little island town, or not island town, but this little town, right in the ocean. It's very pretty. And he ends up at the shrine where he texts Sasaki, basically like, hey, I'm up at the shrine. I'm going to try and take some photos. You should come up if you're awake. And we think it's going to be Asaki coming up, but it turns out to be Haya. And we get a really good scene here when it comes to the emotional development of our boy Ganta. So
he handled that shit like a pro.
Yeah,
he did.
But I do want to go back to the scene where Isaka is napping, and Haya actually is drawing a bunch of shit on her face, and she like wakes up. She's like, "I'm heading to the shrine." And she's like, "No, the fuck you're not."
She said, "Stop looking at me." Yeah, just drawing a bunch of shit on her face, bro.
Oh yeah, it was phenomenal.
She looked like our boy. What's his fucking name from One Piece? Katetsu. Yeah, like the full on mask drawn on his face, on her face. Basically, I was cracking up.
Yeah, no, that was a funny little scene. But yeah, Haya actually ends up heading to the shrine first, and they have a pretty deep conversation. And she kind of asked Nakami about like the nature of their relationship, and Nakami's pretty straightforward. He says all the right things. He's like, yeah, she said that I'm special to her, but he's like, I don't want to take that the wrong way, so I'm just kind of like waiting and seeing what's going on. And that's what you would want to hear if somebody was messing with your little sister. It's like, you're being very respectful of her feelings and emotions. And he said, Isaki is really cool to her. I mean, to him. And I thought there was something interesting came up, and Haya said it was, she told Nakami not to get involved with Isaki. And I don't know that she fully explained it in the episode, but why do you think she said that?
I think she got into it pretty well, but she didn't necessarily say it. She was talking about how Isaki, with all her health problems as a child, was always pampered and pitied.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, if that's why you're here talking to Isaki, like, get the fuck out of her life, is what I thought was implied.
Gotcha.
But she goes into their childhood a lot and talking about how, there was some flashbacks to a scene in elementary school where it was a race, and basically, Isaki's getting her ass kicked because she's like half the size of everybody. She's got half a heart to pump, and everybody slows down and grabs hands, so everybody gets first place, and that just like destroys Isaki, Magari, in that sense, where she's like, I hate this. I don't want to be treated like that. I want to be treated like a person. And that's why we come to find out that Hai is always like bullying and messing with her, is because she wants to make her feel like a person. So like she became one of like my favorite characters in the show based on that scene alone.
Yeah, it was the same for me. Yeah, it was definitely the same for me. She is a great big sister. And we saw in the flashbacks where she was like complaining about, how they were taking care of Magiri in like such a like tender way, and she was like, and each time that her parents told her, it's like, hey, we just need you to be a good big sis right now, she would shut up. So she has a really good heart, even though she's kind of messing with Magiri a lot. It's cool, man. She's got some good people around her for sure.
Yeah, and I ain't gonna lie, your boy over here cried a little bit in the racing flashback. So there at the end, it got me.
Got you.
Our resident softie doing the softie thing.
Yeah, it was pretty sad. She just wants to be normal, bro, and nobody wants to treat her normal. They want to treat her like she's special, which I mean, she is special. But good shit for Big Sis Magari. Even though she probably takes it a little too far at times, in her bullying, because we all do it, to our siblings. But she treats her like she's normal. She treats her like she has nothing wrong with her. And good shit for Nakami too. He's I think he answered that question prompt very well. He was like not one time have I ever felt sorry for her and pitied her. I think she's cool. I think she's awesome. So I really enjoyed the shrine scenes. It was one of my favorites of the whole episode show.
I was gonna say of the whole show, yeah, in my opinion.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Yeah, and I actually really identify with Magiri, kind of feeling that way. I've had a health problem in the past, and some people do pamper you, and it was like my best friends that were like, bro. In short, they said, I don't give a damn. But it was like, like they cared, obviously. But they're like, we're not going to do this with you, bro. And I was like, oh, finally somebody. So I felt where she was coming from. You appreciate that people do it, but it doesn't always feel good.
They like, bro, you're alive.
You're
getting treated the same way as usual.
Yeah, it's like you're still bass, bro. Like we're gonna continue to give you shit. And I was like, yes, okay. Okay, this is good. Definitely. And towards the end of the episode, after we see this whole foot race scene back when she's in the kindergarten or whatever, Haya actually physically tags in Nakami and says, hey, this is your job now. I'm gonna let you handle this. And Nakami's like, okay, sure. And then she gets in the car and he's like, wait, what do you fucking mean by this? What is my responsibility? And she just fucking drives off. And Magari's like, good fucking riddance. Get the hell up out of here. And I just think they have a great relationship. They might not even know it yet, but they have a great relationship.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. So Haya basically was like, hey, my boyfriend called me. I'm fucking out of here. Good luck, kiddos. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do.
So, I mean, I think this show has like 3 more episodes, I believe. But I wouldn't mind for this show having a second season, honestly. Just of the adventures of Magari and Nakami.
I'd have to see how it ends before I say anything like that.
Yeah,
I know you love following the day-to-day stuff, but I think like if it ends with like a really good ending, like same thing I said about Buddy Daddies, just let it be. It was good. I mean, this is probably the best slice of life show I've watched because it doesn't have all that super tropey crap in it.
Yeah, High Dive is killing it, bro, this time.
I was very skeptical of this. Even by like episode 4 or 5, I was still very skeptical. I didn't kind of understand where this was going. They introduced the astronomy club, but kind of seeing our MC's relationship develop and seeing some of their family and the friends that they're getting from this has been really cool. This is a good intro to slice of life for me.
Yeah, there's not a lot of screaming, so big fan of that.
Yeah, man.
I feel like they don't focus 100% on the romance either. I think they put a fair share into the astronomy aspect. So it's pretty accurate as far as I can tell.
Well, that, and it's a bunch of high schoolers. So like when high schoolers are like obsessed with finding the person they love and are going to spend their whole life with, it's like, dude, you got a lot of other stuff going on. So this is really doing a good job blending it in casually, which I like.
Yeah, that's it right there. You hit the nail on the head. That's the reason I'm liking it. They got other things going on except other than trying to like hook up with each other. That's not their main goal.
Yeah.